Hello again, guys. Welcome back to the survival world. I am recording this right after recording the enchanting episode, but I'm not sure what I have released yet because I don't necessarily release things in order. I would obviously release episode 3 of the survival before episode 4, but I don't know if I've just released a creative video or a survival video or what. But either way, I'm making this now, so like, subscribe, leave a comment, but other than that, let's go. Today, I'd like to build our starter house, because I've been wanting a proper house for a little while. I'll still be using that starter base for some of my storage and a lot of my smelting for a little while, but I really want at least a proper place to live, and I have planned out this starter house fully in my planning world, and it uses dark oak and spruce wood, and I know where a dark oak forest is because I've seen one when exploring. I just haven't gone there yet and gotten dark oak wood, and we'll also need a few saplings. I also got oak saplings, and I'm going to plant those, even though I won't really need oak wood right now. If I will later, then I'll have it. And I think I'm kind of going to try to plant most of my wood in this area, most of my trees, because I don't want my tree farm right next to my house, but I also don't want to have to walk too far to get to it. I can't tell if it's becoming night or not. I think the sun is starting to set, but not quite setting yet. The style I'm building this house in is mostly rustic, but it's a little bit medieval-ish in certain ways. But it is pretty rustic. And it is relatively simple. It's not tiny, but it's pretty small too, because it's just a starter house. And rather than building one giant base in this world, like a lot of, for example, the hermits on Hermitcraft build a mega base, I almost want to build a little small town with all the different buildings I need. A house, maybe a building around this massive ugly farm, a storage building, which I have not started yet, of course. I still keep storage in my starter base, but I will want a storage building eventually, and I had one in my last world. Or not technically my last world, I'm technically not done with it, but my personal survival world that I started it before I started YouTube, but I still sometimes play on it when I'm not making videos or doing something to plan for making videos. Please don't be angry, but I got mending on some of my tools. I have a few villagers in a village that way. I don't know which direction that is, but I got a mending villager, and I got a few other villagers, and I'll probably do an episode on villagers pretty soon, but I had to do some mining to get materials for the house, and I didn't want to use up too much of my pickaxe durability. I did not, sadly find any diamonds when I was mining, but it still was a pretty decent mining session. I also want the surrounding area to look good, and that's important. I want my tiny little town to look almost like it's one area that's just a bunch of buildings. Sort of. A very, very good builder who doing this kind of thing is, well, as you may have expected me to say, two of my favorite YouTubers, Waddles and B-Dubs, do a very good job of this. Waddles is city. He always builds a little city in his world or whatever, and it just looks homey. It looks like someone could actually live there. And my houses, the house part looks good, but the surrounding area just looks kind of there. So I want to try to avoid that. So I'm going to clean up the surrounding area off camera and then come back. So I've cleared out a little bit of space, or not really cleared out, but filled in, basically, a little bit of space, and it doesn't look very pretty. It doesn't look like something Scar would terraform. It doesn't look like an area Waddles would build or terraform. It doesn't look like something any professional YouTuber would make. But I think it's okay for now, because I want to build and then do the surrounding area. I'm going to light this area up a bit with torches. Another goal that I have is, in my survival worlds, I often want to make it so that at night the whole place is lit up, not just right outside the buildings. So the torch spam is kind of gross looking, but hopefully I'll be able to put lanterns on the edges of my paths, and I'll hopefully have things close together too. That's why I'm not going too far from there. But before we start building, I need to get a few dark oak saplings. You don't need much dark oak for this build, but you do need some. So I'm going to find that dark oak forest, which I think I know it's in the direction of the plains biome, so it should be this way. So we're here at the forest of massive trees that I call the dark oak forest, and it is. We need at least 4 saplings so we can grow more of our own dark oak trees, because I want it for my other builds, because I want to use similar wood types and stuff because I want to use similar styles. I think in some of my other builds I'm also going to add oak, but my main 2 wood types are going to be dark oak and spruce, because I just love how they look. I think they're the best woods in my opinion. And, well, I don't like to have least favorite blocks in Minecraft, but my least favorite woods are definitely jungle and acacia, because even though the nether woods are kind of weird colors, they're also unique. And the jungle is pink, and I'm not sure what kind of build I would use that for, and the acacia wood is orange, which is, and not an orange that you would find unique and interesting for wood, just a weird orange. But I don't have anything against it, because if it's used in the right way, it can be very, very nice. In Waddles, please check Waddles out. He's definitely a great Minecraft YouTuber. But in his Minecraft Guide Season 2, there is a storage building made a lot of acacia wood, and it looks really awesome. Not like anything I would build. I'd say my medieval houses are pretty good, but I'm not very good at putting it in the surroundings and making it look realistic. And also I have trouble with the detailing, because detailing is not my best. I am back and ready to begin construction on the starter house. I have stone bricks, which you'll need, spruce logs, which you'll need, dark oak logs, which you'll need to craft dark oak planks and then stairs. You'll also need spruce planks, but I'm going to craft those later. First of all, I'm going to do this a little bit tutorial style, but it's a tall house, and there's a bit of a front porch, which is going to go out there, and then I've just got more of this, and it's gonna go taller too. And I will have to get rid of this tree because it's in the way. But I think I'm going to build most of the house off camera because it's just building, so. But after you'll have mostly sections that are 3 blocks apart. I did something wrong there. Yeah. And then you will have your basic layout. I need a silk touch hoe at some point because this design involves spruce leaves. Not a huge amount, but enough to want a faster way than a Silk Touch axe to get them. I should be using my Silk Touch pickaxe because it has mending. I think next I'll add mending to my axe when I get another mending book, but I might do that in the villager episode because I want to do a villager episode next. You won't need many, you'll just need enough leaves to go around the house once, but be careful especially if you don't have a Silk Touch pickaxe or axe or hoe or whatever and you're using shears, you don't want to place them until the end because you don't want to have to pick them back up again. But you will want all these to go up 6 blocks high. So I'm just going to do that off camera quick. So now that I have this in, which is basically the frame, I will need a bunch of dark oak planks and my spruce leaves and also dark oak stairs, which I also need to make. I'm not sure exactly how many you'll need, so I'm going to make half a stack. And then I'm going to also make half a stack. I'm going to make a full stack of planks, because you'll need double whatever amount. But you're going to do for all around except for the middle front. So I should probably not do that. Everywhere except for the middle front. I'm going to use my shovel because it's faster. We're going to do these 3 and these 3 dark oak so that the leaves look nice underneath. And then above that, you're going to take your dark oak stairs and do this. So I'm going to do the rest off camera. I'll see you guys in a minute. So we finished this part. I'm not exactly sure what to call this step. But the next step is basically most of the walls. And I'm going to craft myself up 2 stacks of brain fart, spruce wood is what it's called. I don't know why I couldn't figure that out, and I'm doing it wrong already. You're not going to make windows on this part because that's going to be the front porch. You are going to make windows on all these other parts. And the windows will look like that. But I'm going to move my staircase, then go to bed. And wherever I make my staircase, I'm going to put it here and then make a part there. And then that's how I'm going to get from, I could just step on from the inside. You know what? I'm going to sleep in-game, and hopefully that will rejuvenate my brain in real life, because I keep brain farting and saying stupid stuff. I feel fresh and awake, but I'm running the wrong way, so it seemed to not have worked. But whatever, because I'm still having fun, so I guess that's all what matters. But the next step, as I said, is to add the windows. So I will probably do the rest of that off camera as I have with everything else. And you'll have to just jump off, I think. And when you do, you'll probably take damage, but I think just eat when you don't have hunger so you can regenerate your hearts, and you'll probably be fine. I had forgotten this before, but you'll also need to build 6 block tall pillars here, because you want your front porch to look nice, and you want windows to also be here. Oops. Can I do it? Nope, I cannot. I'm just gonna build the windows from here. Might be a better idea to do that, actually. But the method you do is your choice. In my plan, I had these pillars stripped, but I actually think I like them better like this. And then here's where the doorway will be, so you want that like that. And then, for your actual balcony thing, you want stone bricks. But I recommend getting on top of them before you build them so that you don't get trapped underneath. Because there's not really a way out of that. And that'll be the floor of the whole house, so you can just go ahead and fill that in, which I'm going to do off camera. I went ahead and added the staircase and the fences on the balcony because I figured it's not too hard to follow even if you don't see me do it. And you can pick if you want stone brick or like dark oak as your staircase, but I use stone brick. I forgot this at first, but you also want this back part to be a kind of a doorway, but there's not going to be a balcony back here. Instead, there's going to be another staircase out the back, and it's, at least for mine, you can do whatever you want with it, but mine is going to be relatively simple. I'm just going to make another stone brick staircase. I think I'm going to, I'm going to grab more stairs and put them there, and then it goes all the way down. But the last step after that, besides the interior, is the roof, which is a little bit more complicated because, as you may know, this is in survival. So it's going to be a little bit of a challenge, but I think we can do it. I might need more wood. And for the sides of the staircase, I did not know this until recently, but you can craft the 4-sided log in survival, though you do lose a little bit of wood. So I wouldn't recommend it unless it's actually needed, like here. So like I'm going to use just regular dark oak for this and only use this stuff on the top. Oops. I can fix that very easily. And of course, you have to fill this in. You don't want this to be a trap. This isn't a trap house. Unless you're on a server and you want to make it a trap house, but I don't know if people would fall for something as simple as that. I will need to craft more fences. Sticks, blocks, fences. And then exactly what I need is 3 fences, and it gave me 3 fences, so I'll have the exact number of fences needed. And these fences aren't required. They're fully optional, actually, but I kind of like how they look, so I'm using them. And then I'm going to do the roof off camera and then show you guys afterwards. And the roof is kind of optional, but I'm going to have it as a triangle up here and on the other side, and also a triangle back here, and then a triangle up front, but the triangles on the sides only go down to the corner here. So then this part kind of sticks out because it's a little bit different. It's unique, sort of, because it's a front deck, not part of the house. So I'll come back to do the interior and then we'll be done. I'm back from building the roof, and I think we're finally ready to add the finishing touches to the place and stuff like that. So I'm going to need a few lanterns, so I think I'm going to start with 4 because I will need 1 on each side here, and then I think 1 on each side in the back by the back door too. I'm not sure if I should have it up there, down here, or I could have it in all 3 places. I might do that, even though you can say it's a waste of iron and whatever you want, but I think it's going to look pretty cute. I think I need 4 for the back still, so I'm going to put those in. Yeah, I kind of like it. It's a lot of lanterns, but I think sometimes that's a good thing. And then for up here, I also think it would be really cool to have some hanging lanterns. But I have to, first of all, I'll need chains. How many chains exactly do I need? I'm going to start with 10. It's a lot of iron. But do these hang? Or is there's invisible blocks there? Okay. What if there I put 2 of these? I think that might look cool. It would look like supports almost, I think. Spruce, not dark oak. And then how many chains would that be? I have to place in the correct direction. I mean, I'm extremely glad that they added horizontal chains, but it does mean that... Oh, I keep forgetting about that. And I don't even need the supports. I was putting the chains in the wrong place. They have to go next to the door. Where's my bed? Here's my bed. This might be my last night without a proper bedroom inside my starter house. You could technically consider my cave a starter house, but I don't think I would because it's a cave. It's a starter cave. But all of my worlds start with a starter cave, so I think it's fine. Also, I made like 3.5 stacks more of dark oak slabs than I think I'll ever need in my lifetime. And I'm going to put fence post first to make it look like it's coming out of something, the chains. And then I'm not sure, do I go one more or do I leave it as is? And I will need 2 more lanterns. I need to throw something out. I will temporarily throw out the iron nuggets, but I'm going to come back and get them when I place the lanterns. I like that. They are kind of hanging from high, but I think that's fine. And then, yeah, I kind of like that. But I need to add doors, windows, and I brought glass out for the windows. I was going to do black glass, but I don't have any ink sacs, so regular glass will work okay. And I don't have quite enough, so I know I have regular glass back in the house, so I'm just going to grab that quick off camera. I've got more glass to finish the windows, and they are now complete. If you notice you are missing a few little parts, like I'm missing a slab over there, you can very, very easily just fill them in. But of course, that is kind of one of the universal rules of building, so I'm not even sure I have to say that. I'm going to temporarily toss out that. I have more full inventory problems. More and more every day. And then you'll also need 2 doors. But when you craft a single door, you get 3. So you should be fine. I will return to my pile of stuff. So this door won't want to go on the stairs properly. So I'm not sure what to do, actually. I think I'm just gonna, I'm not sure. I think off camera I might pull the staircase a block out so that there's a blank space here, but for now I'm just gonna put it like that, and then it at least has still a little bit of depth right there. And then I'll do most of the interior in between episodes, but basically, there is going to be a bedroom here, a workshop area, a bedroom. I think the bedroom is here, not there. Sorry, that was my bad. And then a workshop next to the bedroom. And then over here, this pillar will be gone, and there'll be a little living room and then a kitchen next to it. But I think this episode is starting to get a little bit long, so that's all we have time for today, I think. Bye, and see you guys next episode.